So, hi everyone. Figured tonight we'd do something slightly different, but following on to the regular trend of where we've been playing Squaresoft RPGs, Parasite Eve, similar stuff like that, wanted to take a look at a demo of a game that's come out this morning called Parasite Mutant. Now, this is something that I've been keeping an eye on for quite some time, and I think I heard about it late last year. And basically, what it looks to be is a survival RPG heavily influenced by the original Parasite Eve. The demo came out on Steam, as I say, earlier on today, so it's free to check out, and hopefully it's expected to come out on PC and PlayStation 5 at some point in 2026. But it says Parasite Mutant is a survival horror RPG that uses active time chain system. Players play as psionic agent Nova, who is on a mission to investigate a mysterious abandoned island city, eventually leading her to uncover a hidden conspiracy and secret, changing her fate completely. So the demo comes in as 4.4 gig. Didn't take long to download at all, seconds in fact. I think that's because it's so new on Steam. But for the combat system, Parasite Mutant uses ATC, Active Time Chains, which combines the popular Active Time Battle system used in RPGs of the late 90s and a 3-segment chain system. So when it says ATB, that straight away is the combat system from Parasite Eve. 3-segment chain system, I don't know what that means. It says players will need to time their actions on each segment and decide whether they want to save their energy or do a chain release. As the gauge fills up, players will need to dodge enemy attacks and launch their attacks at the best time possible. We hope that this little innovation of ours will bring an enjoyable and pleasant gameplay experience to our players. So, we will kick in with this in a moment. As I say, it's something that I've been wanting to check out. There's another game that is also due out. I think it's called 45 Parabellum Bloodhound, which also looks very heavily Parasite Eve influenced. Parasite Eve 1 I'm talking about because of how the combat looks on the game. So definitely one that I would suggest also keeping an eye out for. So I've loaded up the demo. I haven't actually done anything with it yet. This is just the first screen that I've got. Retro aesthetic for rendering. So obviously the game looks like it's 3D cell shaded style graphics. Or we can have it so it replicates the 3D aesthetic from the 2000s. We'll turn that off. CRT filter. Obviously it's given us scan lines. Replicate the scanline display aesthetic from the 1990s, fulfill YO. So obviously it's stretching off screen. So we'll need to have a look in the options to see if we can make sure it matches the screen perfectly. Already it's giving off those Parasite Eve style vibes with the piano screen. So if we go into settings, play, do we still have an image? Fingers crossed we do, because I've just changed the screen settings. Yep, it's still here by the looks of it. I just need to make that larger now on OBS. There we go, that's looking better. Right, so for some strange reason the game did load up with the CRT filter on, that's why it was looking pixelated and grey. Turn these down slightly. Let's check it out. Obviously, with this being a demo, I will be expecting there to be bugs, maybe. It's not a true reflection of the finished product like what they always say with these. Retrieve data bank continuing mission. Now that vanished before I could read it properly. So, runs automatic, hold down LB to walk. That's a potion basically. So main quest, retrieve data bank, no side quest. EN cannon, gather EP onto your hand and fire a high energy beam cannon. Now straight away you can see we've got equipment that can be swapped out. We've also got a tune facility, very similar to the original Parasite Eve, even how it's got the tools included, which I'm guessing you would probably have to find in order to upgrade and tinker with weapons. Okay. I was going to say, is it a rat? And it was. ATC gauge will accumulate continuously in battle. Upon reaching stage 1, you can use a melee weapon by pressing X, or use a ranged weapon by pressing Y. Upon reaching stage 2, you can use an item or skill by pressing left trigger. When your attack locks onto an enemy, you can press up, down, left or right to touch targets. Okay. Right, I don't have a gun, it's just melee. Ah, okay. That's that. No, I think the second time I hit that, I actually hit it twice because I might have hit X 2 times. Like maybe you've got to do it in... Well, get your timing right to carry on the chain, I don't know. But we've now got a pistol. It's really a grade C mission. Ow. Now I think the double hits are actually criticals. I might be wrong. I leveled up there. You even get bonus points like you did in the original Parasite Eve as well. I didn't get my health back though. I haven't got much ammo either. 2 rounds. Yeah. So we can reload in your inventory. Have I got to unequip that? Looks like I can't. Okay. Interesting how you've got to have a level 2 body in order to use items though. Or skills. Right, okay, I'll use one of these. Got some ammo for me trouble. another crate. So I'm guessing that's like an ether to restore MP or EP as it's called in this. One of the questions that I was thinking is, does your transfer the plus point of one equipment to another, the equipment will be consumed in the process. Yeah, exactly the same as the tool in the original game. Or the original Parasite Eve even. Oh god. I think that might have poisoned me, or maybe that was bleeding damage. It doesn't look like you can actually get back into the... Oh, okay, you can. Is that going to mess things up? Nope, we're good. No, we're not. Right, let me pause that and sort the screen resolution out. Okay, I think we're good. Yeah, we should be good. Ah, so you can miss enemies quite easily if you attack too early. God's sake. Now, I've just noticed the stream looks like it's struggling, so... how did I get into the options? Let's change that back to 1920. Make sure this works okay. Yeah, OBS has shrank it again. You can tell, I really should have fired this demo up first, but I just wanted to fire it up first, literally first time taking a look at it, so you saw it the first time as me. Right, touch wood, we're good. It's running fine on the game. Let's just make sure it's running okay on the stream because it looked like it was struggling just. Yeah, we're fine. Yeah. I looked at that and thought it might have been a save pointer or something. Last week our captain suddenly ordered us to seal the whole block. Our security clearance as security guards was lowered and we can only move across the courtyard. The main entrance to the block has been completely sealed shut. We're not allowed to ask any questions, we can only follow orders. But recently Ben has been acting suspiciously. He must have been planning something. I wonder if I should report this to the captain. What's in the diary? Press Y to open file. Oh, so yeah, go to there and you can view previous entries. I'm guessing, is this a save room? Yes. So looks very similar to Parasite Eve, as they say, for the combat. A little bit clunky with the aiming and the accuracy. Not the aiming as such and the accuracy, sorry, the way in which enemies can move out of the way of attacks. Whereas on the original Parasite Eve, if you were close to something with a club, you'd be locked in, you'd hit it quite quickly because the attack would freeze both you and the enemy in place. If you were in the right place by the side of them. Obviously you have save rooms like that, so it's taking that inspiration from Resident Evil. The files as well also are similar to Resident Evil. I need to prepare before heading out. Check out that other room again. Nope. Make sure I did actually save. Yeah, so I did save. Okay. Whoosh. Yes. Yeah, so the potions give you 50 back. Let's try this EP cannon. Did the job. So I've opened the map, but what were you telling me to do that for? So I've got 264 plus point. Transfer the plus points of one equipment to another. This will okay. But how do I use that 264 that I've got there? Don't know. I'd be interested to know what these audio files are saved as. Because if you could swap these MP3s out for the original Resident Evil Parasite Eve music, that'd be quite interesting. Security cards used. For what, is that elevator going to work now? Was it even this way? I think it was. Out of service. Ah, out of right, yeah, out of range, okay. Ah, God's sake. So, encounters are, I won't say random, be the same as the original Parasite Eve, and Parasite Eve 2, where they respawn in the same locations. Definitely going to need to heal though. Yeah, poisoned. Oh, wow. At least I got a healing item out of that. There's nothing around here. I don't think. Pardon me. Yeah. So, if you go to attack an enemy and you've got 2 bars, you get the option to use both bars. And it looks like the second hit potentially does more damage. Maybe. Oh, I'd have to say, maybe you can. Right, that won't open. Locked iron gate. Oh! God's sake. Okay. Don't think I've got any armour on at all. Nice, I'll have that. Now, can I melee then shoot? Yes, you can. Oh, wow. Come on, I've got anything here with. Oh, gives me a bloody MP. How many different ways are you going to let me go now? Yeah, I need that. What is my max health at the minute? Yeah, use it. Okay, so we'll get this door here out. Let's have a look at this other one. Right, okay. So rather than going in the door on the right, I'll go through this. Actually, is there a door or a gate here? One from the other side of that window. Ah, there is a chest there. Okay. Antidote. Is that through here? Where? Right, so what was that? Right, I didn't realise it was showing key points up on the map like that. I might go back to that surveillance room and save and check out that computer. Yeah. Great. I'll just save then. Yeah, okay. And I'll be back in a minute. I'm just going to go and grab myself a quick drink. For a second then I forgot where I put the headset. Okay. So, I can't get into that locker. How far away is that dead soldier's body? I've just saved. I might run all the way around and check out that dead soldier's body that is, well, dead, fallen. Check out that fallen soldier's body. I've just saved anyway, so if it turns out to be a bad idea, I can always just reload from where I am. I'd imagine, if anything, he's probably just going to have some ammo or an item or something on him, but considering I'm not doing too good for healing items at the moment, it might be worth the trip. And then if I check that out, come back round, swing by that toilet that is unlocked. It's not showing any exclamation marks there, but it might be doing that because I've not been in that room yet. In fact, I'm getting the feeling. Yeah, I'm getting the feeling this is like Resident Evil, where red rooms haven't had everything done in them, and green are complete. So yeah, we'll go around to the Fallen Soldier, come back round. If we get some items and we're doing okay and we've not done a battering on health, I'll save again. I'm going to look at this computer in the other room again as well, because that room isn't green. What's that file? No. Ah, that one was broken, but did it mean this one? Yes. Now I'm guessing is that Fallen Soldier that's at the start, is that game be Ben? Yep, done. Ah, okay, so this is where I can use the points. Yeah, so let's increase the attack power. Okay. Yeah. I don't know what that PP bank is though. Well, it's going to be the plus point bank, but I don't know how you would access it. Right, let's go back and check out that Fallen Soldier. That map felt a bit clunky then. All that for ammo. Okay. No, either it's choosing not to throw. Look at the devil. Okay. What is DEG? So you've got defense, energy, magic defense. Don't know what DEG is. Oh, okay. DEG. Oh, it's DEG is luck. Okay. Yeah, okay. Strange thing called luck, but yeah. So we'll go to that toilet. Yeah, I've got no healing items at all. No, it's my reflection. The virus seems to have slowed down the rate of decay. There's a file in his hand. All security personnel's use of virus infection affecting our department's computer system this week. The technical system was completely reinstalled to strengthen the security of our system. To ensure data integrity, all system terminals password will now be default to 788965. Effectively, please make a note of the following. Change your personal password immediately upon logging in for the first time. Do not use a weak combination of your password. If you notice anything strange, blah 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 blah. Okay, so we've got the password we needed. Get rid of that other guy first, because he can poison us and do all manner of stuff. Nice. Come on, that's a blind spot. That's a perfect place for an item. Obviously not. New pistol. It's got a higher attack power. Its range is... oh, its hit is worse. Increases its hit +2. We do that the other way around. It does nothing. Because it's plus, of course. Yeah. So that would have been using the tool. If I did it that way, I get +1, +0, +1. And if I do it that way, okay. So I'm going to save before I do anything. Another locker, yeah. Right, I'm guessing that cures blindness. Let's just have another run round in here to check. Thanks. Yeah, okay. Seven, 8, 8, 9, 6, 5. Okay, the locker code is 357. I fixed your phone. I couldn't help but smile when I saw the selfie we took on the rooftop last week. The photo of you hugging me is just with a really lovely blue hair. The balance is damaged. 357. Ah, the lock is in the... Yeah, it's in a different room. Right, I'll just save that. Yeah, go this way. Okay. What do I use the phone for? Destructible object. Right. Okay. You can melee to smash items outside of combat. No. Yeah. And I bet you there's something in the toilet that's the same. There's a cabinet in the surveillance room. Let's get that out. That's better, we're getting greens now. And I'm betting the reason that the main area where I started running up to here is still red is because there's some boxes that I didn't realise I could smash. Normally I wouldn't be this in depth in looking into areas, but with it being the first time playing a demo and I just want to get a proper feel for the game, we'll have a look. Not showing any destructible objects on the map though. There's one though. Yep. Oh. Yeah. Yeah. Definitely something on this. Right. Bends. Yeah. Now I'm guessing luck does increase your chance of attack, because I was only using one bar then and was hitting them a couple of times. Oh, I didn't see that. Yeah, all done. Now I'm pretty sure... Nah, it was all the same. How many you might heal it? Okay. I'm doing a lot better for items than what I was previously. I'm also taking my time and saving quite often, because I don't want it to be the case of that I die part way through this stream and have to do it all again. That would be a pain. So it looks like status only affects you when you're in combat. As soon as you exit the fight, you come out of the status. Now I have seen quick notes online of people saying that they've done this demo in like, 45 minutes. As I say, I'm taking my time with this. And I can say for certainty that I'm doing everything that I can do in areas now that I'm realising that they're going green. There's something in here I can do with this corpse. Can I hit it? What? Oh, hold A. Oh, so I used the eye drops to clear his eyes so I could unlock his phone with eye recognition. I wondered where we were going with that. There's a 60 by 60 ventilation ducts in hallway, 2 floors down the safety exit on the western side of the research building's lobby. I've loosened the screws so you can easily remove the grill and enter the air ducts, but the internal structure is so complex I'll get lost inside. Don't worry, I've marked the way, just follow the red arrows and you will be fine. There's a grill at the end of the way, open it and you will reach maintenance shaft area D4. I'll wait for you there. Then we will exit through the maintenance hatch to the B2 commercial districts, but there's so many people here, can we really escape? That's why we need to escape in the middle of the night. There's an abandoned maintenance shaft, I've placed a wooden plank on it and used a forklift to cover it. Okay, see you in 1 hour, I will be waiting for you, Sarah, be careful. So obviously when it's all gone to shit, they were making a plan to escape. Hallway 2 floors down the safety exit on the western side of the research building's lobby. So that'll be where that lift wasn't working. Which was... Where was it? Where the lift was? I think it might have been. Yeah, the toilet's gone green now. Sounds well. That movement felt junky there. Maybe not then. It wasn't there, but at least I got some ammo from the problem. Ah! You can see the forklift, it's on the floor down below. Now let me read that file a sec. The emergency exits are all sealed, ventilation shaft, loosen the screws, the internal structure is complex, I'll get lost inside. Don't worry, I've marked the way, just follow the red arrows and you will be fine. Obviously because it's a text message, you're reading this backwards. So, yeah, so if my brain's reading this right, she's gone through, followed the arrows, moved all the stuff, I'm doing this backwards now. So the arrow's telling me to go up, well, basically I want to go the opposite direction of all of the arrows. Yeah, so I want to go down there. Check out round here first. What is that? Jesus. God, that didn't even give me much experience. $19.62. Yeah, so your EP doesn't regenerate when you're outside of combat either. think I seriously need to look at grading my defense. Yeah. Okay. I honestly don't think I'm supposed to be going this way, considering what it was saying. I thought this was just going to lead me to a dead end. Right, so that's the dodge, but when I looked in the menu it said that was done. That is a save room. Yes. So I'm thinking, I'll just have a look at it now. Bet I can open that, can't I? Yeah. No, 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 come back out. Come. Get back in there. Because what I want to do is, I'm just going to roll. No, because that's where I came. Yeah, I am going the right way, sorry. Yeah, I am going the right way. I thought for a second that the ladder was going to be something else. I am liking the feel of this. Combat feels like it could take a bit of getting used to, just because of how, when you're locking your commands, enemies can still dodge the attacks. Healing management seems to be, or item management including health items, seems to be a bit of a pain, but that's something that will just get better the more used to the combat system you become, I suppose. I am hoping that this isn't the actual start of the finished game, and instead we'll get something with a bit more backstory, an introduction to the characters and what's actually going on. I do know, I can't think of the name of it. There was a game that I played on Xbox Game Pass, and it was a cell shape. No, it wasn't. No, it was like a retro pixel art survival horror that was in a space station. Your character was a woman wearing like a leather suit with black hair, and it was good, but again that just threw you in at the deep end with not much explanation over what was going on, what the crack was with the enemies. Whereas at least in the original Parasite Eve, it set the story tone, and you even got cutscenes when you first came across your original mutated enemies, whereas these guys just look like something straight out of Persona, I'd say. Knew there was something there. Thank you. You're not through that door. Wow. Looks like the alien character from, was it Mortal Kombat 10? Oh, no, I didn't mean to do that. I meant to shoot you. Ouch. Ah, EP does restore itself when you're in combat. I've just noticed that was going up, but very slowly. Oh shit, what a time to reload. Maybe stats have gone up as well. Come on, give me 50. Give me 50. Oh no, I didn't mean to do that. Thank you. Tried melee him instead of shooting him. Oh, at least that sorted the glass out. Right, okay. So that was the demo for Parasite Mutant. Game's already on the wish list, and I wasn't sure if that was going up to help me out and quit me out. As I say, it seemed fun. Just hopefully the finished product has a bit more story to it rather than just throwing you straight in. There was, let me have a look on Steam, another game it was reminding me of. What was it called? Heaven Dust 1 and 2. So they're basically isometric chibi Resident Evil 1 and 2 clone games, you can call it. But Heaven Dust again was one that threw you straight in at the deep end. You didn't know what was going on. But at least in that one it kind of made sense because your character's got amnesia and you wake up in a mansion full of zombies having to do piano puzzles and typical Resident Evil 1 style puzzles just to figure out what you were doing in the game. So that kind of made sense how it didn't have much of a backstory. It just threw you in at the deep end because it explained it over time. This just literally threw you in saying, right, okay, find this data bank and that's it. So I'm hoping, as I say, this is a demo of something later on in the game, or there's at least some cutscenes or story that'll explain what's going on before you get to this point. It might be that the developer hasn't had the time or the resources to look into that kind of stuff. Again, I really hope that isn't the case, but it might be, because it does look like it could be a fun game. Play music. That sounds very similar to Parasite Mutant: The Third Birthday. Again, it sounds very similar to Parasite Eve. Very similar to Parasite Eve. Yeah, even the boss music. Listening to it now when I'm not in combat. So, yeah. Just out of curiosity. I'm just in Steam at the moment, looking at the in-game files. Oh, so it uses Unity. Okay. It's Unreal Engine, I'm guessing. Yeah. So the music for the game is not in WAV or MP3 or any kind of format that you can quite easily drop and swap and change the files. I was thinking maybe you could actually change the in-game audio to match that of Parasite Eve, but you can't do it as a basic drag and drop. You might be able to if you've got the right tools or something like that to edit it and do it. But you can't do it just by dragging and dropping. Let's load up that save point and see what it looks like with these old retro filters on. That doesn't actually look that bad. The only issue I would say with the scanline filters is that it makes the game look too bright. Now let's see if that'll hit more than one enemy. Yes, it will. That's what it might do. I'm just thinking I never hit level 7? I don't think. Because I think when I killed that boss it just came to an end and gave me experience. So I'm wondering if it'd be the case of if I got to say, well, if I've just leveled up a couple of times, maybe if I got to 10, if I'd unlock any other abilities. It's even going to give me any more fights. Yeah, okay. One thing I'm not a fan of is how the camera moves across when you're in combat in areas, because obviously in the original Parasite Eve, if you were in an area in combat, you were in one fixed location, so you could see where you can move to the left or the right. Whereas in this, with it being 3D, you've got to run to the side of the screen and then the camera will move across. But it just gives you that impression that you are stuck within that smaller area, and the camera just doesn't seem to pan across far enough, quick enough. Once you realise that you have to, that texture looks a bit ropey actually, unless that's just because of the mode I've got it in. I think I could probably just keep running in and out of this room. Or maybe not. Does it need to be keep coming in and out of doors? I'm not sure what the RNG is like for enemy encounters. See then what I mean about how the camera swerved. It just feels like it needs tidying up a little bit there. I'm not saying it's bad. Far from it, but obviously there's room for improvement. That's the reason for the demo, I suppose, but yeah. Now I think that EP was going back up in the background whilst I was just running around. It must have been, surely. And I just wasn't keeping track of it. Getting used to shoot and melee being on two different buttons as well as taking a bit of getting used to. $11 till next level. Okay. Let's meet EP on 24. Here we go. No, it didn't actually restore. Okay. Get out. Yeah, so didn't learn anything at level 7. Figured it might be worth a shot. Considering how little experience the enemies are actually giving me now. It's not even how little, it's just how frequent the fights aren't happening. It's not worth bothering sitting here trying to get to something like level 10. Not on a stream. What would happen? Now, which way did I go here? Oh yeah, I did go down first, didn't I? Remember? Yeah, of course I did. Did I get anything for doing it a second time? Doubt it, but... yeah, the tank controls went a bit crazy then. Come on, there was something there. I swear there was when I was doing this before. Obviously not. Out of range. Now that's something that's a little bit awkward as well, because with the size of that enemy, that looks like when I was first going into combat I'd be able to shoot him quite easily, whereas I've got to be right on top of him because I can't even rotate the view to see. I don't need to rotate the view, the camera's just too zoomed in. The camera needs to be zoomed out a bit more so I can actually see him fully walking around. And I can clearly see the aiming area that I've got available. And again, like I say, I'm not ripping it to shreds. I'm just saying or suggesting where it could improve. Because there, like I say, that will hit, but I don't know how much further after, because it's zoomed in or the camera's just too low. Yeah. Oh, I can't skip that this time. But yeah, interesting demo. Interesting game. Just needs a bit of story behind it. If it's got a good story, I'll definitely want to play this. And if it's anything like the original Parasite Eve, definitely something that I want to play and maybe stream. But it's one of them. We've just got to wait and see. But yeah, that is enough for me on this particular stream. God bless YouTube, because you're going to save this and I can have it uploaded for people to watch at a later date. That's one of the reasons why I don't use Twitch. When you live stream, you've got to like download the video, save the video, upload it. After 60 days it gets deleted. Whereas on YouTube you don't have that problem, it automatically gets archived, like one of the guys I was talking to about it at work earlier. So yeah, that's the demo. Let me know if you check this out what you think. If you think the game looks interesting, if it's something that you might be interested in picking up, what you think could be done better. But also let me know if this makes you want to pick up the demo and try it out yourself. I know I've gone all the way through it, so I have kind of ruined it for some people, but that's only if you sat here and gone all the way through this video, which I doubt a few of you would have done, or the majority in a sense. But yeah, let me know what you think. And thank you for checking out this video if you come back to it on a YouTube stream. So, thanks everybody, and I will catch you all next